It's time for the CakeDrain Show with Drake and Cain.
What's up, CakeDrain Nation?
What's up?
And welcome to
The CakeDrain Show
with Drake and Cain.
And Cain.
And Cain and Drake. CakeDrain.
CakeDrain.
We're back. It's been a long time, and we got a slightly different setup. We moved the camera from like here to here. So
Major move.
I know. It's like people can't even comprehend that kind of change. But we're doing a little less formal, a little more relaxed this episode because we're going to bring you something cool. You want to tell them what we're doing today?
Oh yeah. Today we are going to look at a few movies that we think need three things. Three categories here.
Yeah.
One, a movie that we think needs a good remake. I just say good remake because if I just say remake, then
People roll their eyes.
yeah, we want good remakes. Also, what needs a sequel? Because some movies you want more of, and then the ones you don't, they make a bajillion sequels of.
Yeah, they could like, maybe it's something that we just would like to see expanded upon.
Very true. And thirdly, a hidden gem that we have found that maybe you guys have or haven't seen that we think you guys should check out.
Oh yeah.
So, Cain, you want to go first?
All right. I'll start with my first remake that I would like to see. And I kind of was back and forth on this one, but I finally settled on Death Race 2000. 1975 movie starring David Carradine. It's even got Sylvester Stallone. It's like one of the first movies he was ever in. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, didn't they remake Death Race 2000 with Jason Statham and some other guys? And yeah, I guess you could call that a remake. Paul Anderson, he's kind of a hit and miss director with some of his stuff. You know, I like the Resident Evil movies, but Death Race was kind of bland for me. I feel like it took away a lot of the style of the original movie. And so I would like to see a really cool, modern Death Race 2000 movie that brings back some really colorful characters and some really awesome cars and is more than just like, oh, hey, we're going to have some cars, we're going to blow some stuff up, and it's going to be Jason Statham, he's going to punch somebody in the face. It's like, I mean, basically, and I told Drake this, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. Basically, I would like to see, like, a Twisted Metal movie.
Yes.
Like the video game. Because the video game was inspired by the movie, and so you could, instead of just doing an adaptation of the game, you could just make a really cool remake of the movie.
So, pseudo Incredible Hulk thing they did there.
Kind of. Well, only better.
Yeah.
And instead of just like a direct remake, you could do like a reimagining. So you're not trying to just rehash the same old characters and the same old story. You could do something new, you know? But of course, give credit to the original by calling it Death Race.
Of course. And before I talk about my remake, for those of you who may not know who David Carradine is, if you've seen Kill Bill, he is Bill.
Yes,
He's
awesome.
Very recognized, or if you've seen the TV show Kung Fu, that's David Carradine.
And he did do some narration in the remake of Death Race 2000, which was kind of a cool touch. Yeah. And like I said, I'm not saying that the remake was bad, but it was not as good as it could have been, I feel like. So I'd like to see another go at it.
Well, this one has not been remade yet. It's one of my personal favorites. I've mentioned it a lot on my channel and a couple times on CakeDrain. But The Burning. Yes, I brought my movies with me. This is one of the best camp slasher films of the 80s. Very original. Again, if you haven't seen it, go out and buy it. Even if you've never heard of it, go buy it. You will love this movie if you love 80s slashers. The villain of Cropsey is very underrated, I think, in public view because, I mean, he's not Jason, he's not Freddy, he's not these major characters, but I think they could have gone a lot more into it. Like the ending, led into there's more, he's still out there kind of a thing. So I think
he's really mysterious.
He's a very mysterious character because they didn't go a lot in, because he didn't like have a full background or stuff like that.
Yeah.
The legend tells a little bit about him, but again, it's not like they showed his life story and then he just went crazy.
Right.
So he's a really intense character, very iconic, has an awesome weapon. I mean, he uses garden shears.
Big old shears.
Big old garden shears.
It's terrifying.
And yeah, it's brutal. So go check out that movie. We would love to see another movie, another Burning remake, and it'd be awesome.
I agree completely.
Yep.
And so on to our next category, sequels. Now, these are sequels that may not happen, probably won't happen, but we hope here at CakeDrain, we dream, and we want you guys to dream along with us. A sequel that I would really love to see. There's several out there, but one that I would really like to see, and it was conceptualized for a while, it was talked about for a little while. A sequel to District 9. You could just call it District 10. I think that's what they were going to call it. The first, District 9 is a great movie. It launched Neil Blomkamp's career, and now he's doing a sequel to Aliens, which is going to be awesome. But after District 9, they kind of talked about doing a sequel or maybe a prequel, and then he moved on to other projects. It's like one of those things that was either put on the back burner or just scrapped. You never heard about anything. And it's like, I feel like it could be a really good sequel because it wouldn't be one of those sequels that's just the same thing with a bigger budget, and a bigger cast. It would be like a totally different movie that led, that it built off of the first one, expanded it. And so, I feel like a lot of people would love to see that. He makes great movies, and I commend him for resisting the urge to just do sequel after sequel after sequel and instead do different movies. But maybe eventually he can come back and give us District 10. What do you guys think?
Post in the comments on all of these. My sequel, you know what? I'm not even going to say I'm going to get flack for it because this movie's awesome, and if you guys don't like it, something's wrong with you. This is an amazing movie, Mystery Men. Woo! Now, this would be perfect for this time frame because this came out back in the 90s when superhero movies were kind of becoming more of a trend again. Now that we have like the Avengers and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, DC is getting into it. I would love to see another Mystery Men movie, either expanding the team or maybe showing what else they're doing, because most of these actors are still out there. Like, it's not like they're gone. We can get a lot of these actors back, and I'm sure they would love to do it. Ben Stiller still does great movies. They're coming out with a sequel to Zoolander. I was going to use that one, but they actually have a sequel they're working on. But, I think the next one they should do is Mystery Men 2. What do you guys think? Post in the comments.
Yeah, make it all awesome with special effects and stuff.
Oh, yeah. And the reason they didn't is because it didn't do well in theaters, but it's got such a following in the DVD
it's kind of
movie
cult
following
movie now.
Yeah, that I think they could really do well with the sequel if it's done right. So, Ben Stiller, if you're out there, you should do this.
Yeah, get on it.
Do it.
Now we're moving on to our hidden gems. These are movies that have happened and are real and that you should go out and check out and dig and find it because there are a lot of good movies out there that just don't get very much publicity or you don't really hear about them unless you're following that subculture of movies. Like, we follow a lot of independent movies that you may not hear about. So my only for this episode, hidden gem is Resolution. This is an awesome independent horror film, and I use air quotes because it's not really scary, but it's really well written, and it's really funny. You got great characters, and it's a great kind of meta type horror movie. People compare it to Cabin in the Woods a lot on a sort of subtextual level. So it's definitely a good one. It's on Netflix still, I believe. So go and check that out. Great reviews. A lot of people liked it, but it wasn't a movie that got a lot of publicity because it's, an indie movie. It's very much an independent movie. It's very indie. But again, if you watch the movie, you will see where the comparisons to Cabin in the Woods kind of come around. But because we watched this movie and we love Cabin in the Woods, we love this movie, we love indie horror films and stuff like that. It's very different kind of horror film. They put it out that way, but it definitely has a cool vibe to the whole thing. Oh, yeah. So go out and check this movie. I don't want to spoil too much because it's hilarious
and it's amazing.
Got some great dialogue in there.
Don't want to spoil too much. Don't want to overdo the awesomeness of this movie. But yeah, my hidden gem is just as awesome and cool. And the only reason I found this is why you need to go out to your local rental place and scope out the hidden gems in the rental areas because you can find some awesome movies. This one I found out at a store called Hastings if y'all know where that is. It's a chain rental place that we used to hang out all the time. Look back over our vlogs. We posted some from Hastings, but
Yeah.
it's an indie horror film from Canada. Shout out.
Woo!
Called Slashers.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned this movie before. If not, it's about a Japanese extreme game show where they have these 6 American contestants, the first all-American special, where you basically have to survive / possibly kill off these slashers to win millions of dollars. And, you know...
Where do I sign up?
Exactly. And, you know, these are legitimate killers. It's not like they go around and, like, fake kill people. This was an intense thing. It doesn't get a lot of...
It's Japanese, so you know
It's it's based on a Japanese game show idea, so that's, you know, how crazy those are. And the characters are really well done, especially the slashers, because they're kind of over the top. But the actors who portray them are really good. One guy actually plays 2 of the characters. Didn't find that out till I looked it up, because he's that much of a character actor. And even the contestants are all broad part of the spectrum. Like, they're not all similar, they're not too different. They go together really well, which really works. And there's a twist that is just catches you off guard, really, like, whoa, at the end. And so make sure you guys check this out. You can find it most places. I don't think it was on Netflix, but I think you can find at least the, like, intro if you want to get an idea of what it's like. The, like, Japanese show intro and stuff like that is on YouTube. I have found that before. So look up Slashers on YouTube, get an idea of what it's all about, and go to your local store and search for it.
Yeah, search for all kinds of stuff. You never know. I mean, the cool thing about Netflix is, you know, it's not a huge risk to watch something that like seems weird, because it's not like you paid a bunch of money for it. It's on Netflix. It's free, more or less.
True.
So, you know, you never know what you might find in the dark places of Netflix and the video rental place near you.
Look, and the ones with the weirder titles usually are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And the ones, I mean, you know, this one was okay looking. There was another one I wanted to use that didn't look quite as legit, but it was actually really well made. So don't judge a movie by its cover.
Yeah.
You know, look into it. Some movies that look really good can be bad. Some that look bad are awesome. So that's what I'm going to leave y'all with. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and our list. If there's any that you think need a remake, sequel, or is a hidden gem that you would like people to know about, post in the comments or tweet us at CakeDrain and at DrakeTrueSnake.
Don't tweet me.
Don't
tweet.
Or at Cain's at CainJM17, which you rarely use.
I use my Twitter all the time.
Well, check his out as well for all of our goodies online. And also our Facebook page, link in the description.
Oh, yeah.
And
links to all that stuff.
And all of our channels. My channel, Drake the True Snake, which is all behind-the-scenes goodies and stuff that goes on in our lives. And our buddy D-Rock over at Wrestling Talk 1. He talks about all things pro wrestling. And at The Real D-Rock 1, where he vlogs about whatever's on his mind and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you guys can check out our Dub Smash battle, which just finished, which I won. Woo! And check out, and he's posted his... his new profile picture that I assigned him. It is awesome. We might, if we get a chance, we might put that in the episode, or I might just post it on our Facebook page, because
I'll find it, stick it in there somewhere.
Because we support Pete. We support each other.
Yeah,
We're that
Derek's
cool.
awesome.
Derek's a cool guy.
And keep glued to this channel. We're gonna try to be doing. I'm gonna try to speak better. I'm gonna take some speech classes.
We're gonna speak more clearly.
We're gonna be doing more stuff on the channel again, and hopefully we'll be able to bring the show back weekly, including and in addition to some gaming videos and a short film that we're gonna do in the upcoming weeks, whenever we schedule some time off to do that. So.
And one last thing, if you have noticed my shirt, check out cakedrain.spreadshirt.com. Got some cool t-shirts and bandanas and buttons and stickers and all kind of fun stuff for you guys to check out and represent Cake Drain Nation proudly. Woo! So we will see you guys next time. Peace out. And remember, Bruce!
You want to get some tacos?
Let's do it.
Let's get some tacos.